Hello and welcome back to some BeamNG. We've got the RLS career booted up here. We finished off with the Bastion. It was quite a mess when we bought it. It was missing a bunch of parts. We've restored it essentially, made it an actual car. Now, I think for this video, I want to buy a Repo truck and then maybe be able to convert it into like a crawler. I think that'd be sick. And then maybe turn this Bastion into like a drift car. That's kind of the plan, but we'll see how that goes. I do have some new UI apps, a couple mods that need to be downloaded, like the speed limit sign, the power to weight ratio. I'll throw the links in the description, but then I also put up the police UI app and then the navigator one. That way, it should be easier to hopefully navigate around as well as see kind of what's happening as far as the police goes. And then obviously speed limit is very nice, so that way we don't constantly speed and get chased and whatnot. So either way, I'm gonna take a quick gander at the dealerships and kind of see what's in stock here, because I want to find a truck that will be suitable for both repo missions and some crawling. Wow, look at this thing. This is absolutely insane. Not practical for what we're looking for, but this is a nutty truck right here. All right, so after looking at the vehicles, looks like we're gonna need around 20 to 30K, depending on, you know, what the stock is. So I guess we're gonna go ahead and try to go do some missions and make some money. Oh, we need to come in here and actually collect some of our milestones here. I forgot to do that, I think, last episode. So as you're doing just random things, you'll be able to claim these rewards, and you'll get a little bit of money from them. Not like a whole lot, but I mean, got like 3 grand-ish from that, so not too bad. Alrighty, I'm thinking maybe we should do some more drifting events, and then maybe go to some rock crawling. I feel like that should be a decent idea, give us some good money. All right, here we go. Now we actually get to mess around and drive with this Bastion here that we built. We will go ahead and make our way over to the track area, and hopefully it's fairly uneventful. Well, yeah, we already started speeding. I guess we're gonna have to try to evade them. Maybe make some money off the dash cam footage. All right, this thing's got some decent speed to it for sure. And we haven't even done too many of the... Oh, I don't even think we have exhausts. But yeah, we haven't done too much to it, so... Alright, we have made it to our destination. So let's go ahead and start up some of these events. Alright, so we've loaded into this corkscrew event here. Now, to be fair, I have done most of these challenges, at least these early ones. I haven't done like all of these challenges, but just playing like the career mode prior to this. Ah, man, that was terrible. We lost our drift. I'm gonna have to give that another go. But I've played some of these earlier ones before, but there has been changes for sure. Like again, like I mentioned in the last video, I'm not really a fan of this drift car specifically. There we go. There we go. Not too shabby. Actually, that's pretty good. Yeah, 3 stars. All right, we've got this Gymkhana boot camp loaded up now. I'll be honest, this one probably gonna be pretty difficult. Just because, again, I'm not the biggest fan of this. That was a terrible start. But I'm not the biggest fan of this car, and the biggest thing for this one is you basically have to like link your drift for the full 2 minutes essentially. The focus is real with this one. I thought we were gonna lose our combo though for hitting the tire. If you do crash or hit something, it does stop. Oh my god, I thought we were gonna lose it at the end. I would have cried. Alright. Oh wow. 3 stars. That was actually pretty good. That was... I mean, there wasn't a lot of talking. That was intense. Alright. So that does wrap up all the drift events there. I think next, maybe we'll finish out some of the crawling events. Yeah, I'll go find those. Alright, we are on our way to the dockyard crawl, which funnily enough, the next drift event is also over there. So we are gonna go knock out both of those, and then hopefully we should have some decent money to go play around with. Alright, and we've made it to the dockyard time crawl, or trial crawl. This one I remember being kind of tedious, just because I remember breaking a lot of things one of the times I played it. Go ahead and lock the diffs there. Alright, so far so good. You know what? Wait, I might actually switch it into low. I remember this part being kind of hard. Last time I did this, what was happening was the front wheels would kind of get caught, and then you would turn or try to adjust yourself, and then it would just like snap the steering. So then you wouldn't have any steering, and that's kind of what I remember the last time I played it. But so far so good. Kind of taking our time. This is going actually pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. I hope I didn't just jinx it. Alright, what else we got? Okay, this shouldn't be too bad. I am kind of worried about popping a tire though. I guess don't go too fast, no sudden movements. And we made it up. Okay, yeah, I remember it being kind of a weird descent towards the end. I really don't want to lose it now. Honestly, I feel like I should probably shift into higher gear so that way I can kind of carry some speed. Oh no. Oh, that was very unfortunate. All right, well. Oh no. Yeah, my steering's broken. Well, that was very unfortunate. Let's try that again. All right, we've made it back to the end. Wasn't too bad. Now we just gotta make sure to not like high center ourselves at the very end here. Okay. There we go. And that is that. Let's see, what kind of score did we get actually? That was pretty decent. Dang, pretty good. 145 is fast. That is really fast actually. But got some good money from that one. Alright, like I said, the drift event is right here next to that one. So we'll go ahead and do this guy while we're here. Alright, so we've loaded up in the fancy drift tune here, the pro tune. So let's go ahead and see what kind of score we can put in. So far, so good. Ooh, I thought that curb was gonna end our run. I'm not gonna lie. All right. That didn't feel too bad. What score did we get? I didn't even look. Oh, nice. Okay, 2 stars. We didn't get a combo of 4 or anything, but I mean, we definitely got some money out of that, so. All right, so we made about 10 grand. So I'm thinking maybe we'll do one more of the crawling missions. It's the Gauntlet one, I believe. Yeah, the Gauntlet, the last one. So we're gonna go ahead and probably mob over there. It's not too far away. Oh, all right, we made it fairly uneventful. So let's go ahead and start this up. All right, if we can get less than 15 penalty points, then that's a pretty good haul for some money. So yeah, let's go ahead and give this a go. Let's go ahead and switch it into low though. All right. Now, again, I have done this one before a while ago, so hopefully it's kind of how I remember that first jump. I remember, or the first part, you kind of had to jump it. Right, so far so good. Alright, that first part is kind of sketch actually from what I remember. Sure, wheels could get stuck in between the pipes, but that was pretty good. Now we just gotta probably not high center ourselves on this. Okay, there we go. Trying to not accrue any of the penalty points. Ooh, that was sketch. Got some penalty points though. That sucks, but not the end of the world. Our tire was starting to get stuck and I got worried. That part is also pretty sketchy. Easy to break your car there, so I'm very glad we got through. Sucks 'cause we did get some penalty points, but I still think we are okay for now. We just got to get up this part. All right. Oh. Need to settle back down. There we go. Oh man, this is sketchy. There we go. We made it. All right. I think that was 3 stars. Oh, it says we got 0 points. Even though I'm pretty sure we got the 5, but yeah, 0 penalty points. That's pretty good. Got a lot of money out of that though. All right, we've come over to this diner drift because it was really close. Plus, we should get a decent amount of money from this one, hopefully. All right, haven't actually done this event, so this one's pretty new to me, so I don't necessarily know where I'm going or. I'm gonna try my best though. Oh, okay. Yeah, don't go over the curb. All right, I'm gonna try leaving this in first gear. See if maybe that helps a little bit. Definitely a bit slower of a drift, but we were able to link the first part together. That way we didn't lose our combo. Ah. Alright, I'm gonna try staying in first gear, and let's turn on the nitro. Actually, let's try second gear with the nitrous on, because one of the hard things is it's RPMs. If you like going too low in the RPMs and then losing the drift, but I think the nitrous should help. Oh, that was a little weird and sketch, but we didn't lose the drift. Alright, the focus is real on this one. So glad we didn't hit that curve there. All right. Let's see. Was that enough for? Yeah, perfect. Not 3 stars, we did get 2 stars, so that's some good money right there. All right, so we're back at Chinatown Garage. We've got about 27,000 to spend, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at some trucks again to turn into a repo vehicle. All right, I think we found ourselves a truck. 21,000. And where is this to? Where is this from actually? Side Auto. So yeah, we are going to pick this truck up and put on some repo parts. All right, here we go. We got our D series here, which we are going to turn into a repo truck. So first thing is, I believe we have to go and get those parts real quick. Yeah, I think it should be the bed accessory. Actually, we should probably remove the tailgate. Well, we need the repo tailgate actually. There we go. How much is this repo? Okay. So you just mainly need the tailgate. That's fair. Oh, I see. We need all this stuff. So it's 4 grand. So not quite enough yet. All right. So I went and redid a couple missions just to get some extra money. Had a little mishap with the police, but got some money out of it. And now we should have enough to make our repo truck. All right. So 4 grand for just the repo parts. I may try to stiffen up the rear suspension though. Maybe put some heavier duty coilovers on or something, so that way it's not like bottoming out. There we go. We got some heavy duty springs on there and heavy duty axle are right under 6 grand. So let's go ahead and purchase that. And now next, I think the last thing we need to do is name the license plate. And this needs to be called Repo. I don't have enough money actually to do that, so I'm gonna have to sell some stuff. Now we can do that. Sweet. So now we have our repo truck. Let's go ahead and try to do a repo mission and get some money, hopefully. All right, so I bound my phone to B, but we'll open that up. Hit repo, generate a mission. Let's see, hopefully it's not too bad. A track fab tomahawk. Yeah, we should, yeah, this is pretty close. Let's go do that. All right, here we go. We found the track fab here. All right, nice. So now we're gonna have to get the positioning right and to pick up the vehicle itself. So you gotta make sure get the positioning right. What I like to do is back up here, make sure it's pretty centered, put that parking brake on. Now you hit page down on your keyboard to bring down that part of the like repo attachment, and then if you hit control and page down, then you'll move the other part of it. So I like to get this as level as possible and as low as possible. Now if you hit O, that should open and close it. Now real quick, if you hit, I think it's T and Y, you can angle it, but don't worry about that. So now let's go ahead and get this vehicle repoed. Make sure they touch the tires like that. Now we'll go ahead and hit O again. Now it should close on the tires. Now we can go ahead and hit page up. And this is way too heavy for me. All right, we're gonna have to find a different sort of mission, so I'll regenerate that. All right, I see our vehicle up there. This should not be as much of an issue. This shouldn't weigh a whole lot. I thought that maybe the buggy would be kind of on the lighter side since it's like a race buggy, you know, but I was definitely wrong. Let's see. Oh man, this actually might be kind of heavy as well. Hopefully this works. All right, moment of truth. Let's see if this works. Also, those tire textures are crazy. All right, there we go. See? Ah, dang, this one's also pretty heavy. All right, we have found ourselves a repo vehicle that hopefully we can actually pick up. There we go. Let's see, moment of truth. All right, so we're back at the Chinatown garage. I sold our repo truck because it just wasn't cutting it. So I did a few of the drift missions again, like the ones we had already done. And now I'm going to buy another truck. And fortunately for us, there is a repo one in here. So I think I might go ahead and purchase this guy. All right, here we go. Now this thing is more like it. So we're gonna go ahead and try to go start our first repo mission with this guy. Well, that was kind of unfortunate. Didn't mean to slam into that police car, but at least we got some money out of it. But we have pulled up to our destination, so we can go ahead and repo this car. All right, here we go. Now again, this should work much better than the last pickup truck. Oh yeah, much better. Now let's go ahead and bring this on over to that dealership. All right, here we go, pulling up. Oh, we're cooking. Oh, we're going really fast, way too fast. All right, but we have pulled up to the dealership where we need to be. So let's go ahead and drop off this car in the spot like it wants. All right, slow and steady does it. Just gotta bring it into this area here. Perfect. And there we go. There's our first repo mission actually completed. I'm gonna go ahead and recover back to the Chinatown garage. We're gonna repair the truck. First, let's move up some of this. So let's go ahead and repair the truck, and then we'll end the video. I feel like that's a good spot to end. We're not going to make this into a crawler, unfortunately. Would not work out, but I still do think maybe making this into a drift car would be pretty sick. So let me know in the comments if you would like to see that. But let's go ahead and repair up that guy. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I just had to replace just that front corner there, really. Not too bad. But either way, if you enjoyed this episode, a thumbs up would be fantastic, and until the next one.